Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesa Sunyavadi Pasyachadi Satanine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarikaksam Sabaya Vyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. My turn? So you have to push the buttons. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnanana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Siguro Si Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sivisakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sutta Devi pranamami haripriye vanchakalpatarubhyacha kripasindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Lord Krishna is very kind. He always is thinking of his devotees. And even when his devotees somehow or other become forgetful and begin a journey through the material world, Krishna still remembers them every moment. Bahuni me vyatitani tavasarjuna. He's saying to Arjuna that both you and I have gone through many births, but I can remember all of them and you cannot, O Arjuna. So in this way, we also have gone through so many births in this material world, but we cannot remember all of them. But the influence of all these births are still present within our mind. Now subconsciously, the memories and attachments and fears and all the impressions from previous lives are now present within our subconsciousness and still influencing us. This process of devotional service is so nice because we become purified from all these previous impressions, all that karma that we are carrying with us. Aparapta phalam papam kutam bijam phalam mukam kramaneva praliyate Vishnu bhakti ratatmanam. In the Vishnu Purana, it is said that the aparapta karma, or the unmanifest karma, which is stored within the heart in the form of seeds, is also being purified. Such seeds in the heart, they give us an inclination towards sinful activity. Due to previous sinful activities, we are inclined to again engage in sinful activity. But now, that cycle of sinful desire, new sinful activities, new sinful reactions, that cycle will now be broken by this process of devotional service. Because devotional service diminishes all sinful reactions, the ones that are stored within the heart. The inclination towards sinful activities becomes diminished. And finally, the reactions to previous sinful activities become diminished. Therefore, this devotional service is a very auspicious thing. It is said it is Jagan Mangalam Amhasam. It makes the entire universe auspicious, everything. So this initiation is a formal step towards Krishna. Krishna says, if anyone at the time of initiation turns to me, then from that day on, I'll accept them as mine. So to be accepted by Krishna as his property is a great blessing. We can't, because it basically means Krishna will not forget us. Even if we will forget him, he will not forget us. You know, to always remember Krishna and to never forget him, that is the injunction of the scriptures. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu vismartavyo na jatusid. But that's not so easy. even an experienced devotee sometimes just forgets Krishna. But Krishna never forgets us. And that is our great fortune. We see that. We see that many times. We see that Krishna will make arrangements. Krishna will make arrangements for his devotee, somehow or other. That devotee will always be engaged in devotional service, so that devotee becomes eligible. So we learn in spiritual life from the previous acharyas. They are devotees who are teaching by example, and we are careful to follow them. Little by little, we get to know more and more about Krishna and the world of Krishna, the world of his devotees. Little by little. Just like then we go to Vrindavan, and Vrindavan, for the first time we come to Govardhan Hill, yes, and so many other holy places in the Dham. And it is like meeting old friends, right? It is like coming home. It is, and then we we establish a relationship. We come back again, but this time we know Vrindavan a little bit. We know some of the places, some of the deities. We know the ones we especially like, and we are eager to see them again. Yes, different moods in different deities. So many wonderful festivals in Vrindavan. For example, we have in Vrindavan, we have big events, just like in Melbourne. Last time I was here, there was a big event, the Grand Prix, right? And you could hear the roaring of the racing cars here in the temple in the morning, especially early morning, roaring. Vrindavan also has its events, but it's not the Grand Prix. It's something like Chandan Yatra. Chandan Yatra, when all the deities are decorated in sandalwood. And just like here, when it's Grand Prix, all of Melbourne is excited. Grand Prix. Oh, except us. We are thinking, when will it be over? Especially that plane. There was a plane that would come every afternoon, very low. And it was so loud. It was outrageous. I felt like complaining. But who to complain to in this age of Kali? In Vrindavan, during Chandan Yatra, it is a big event, and the entire town of Vrindavan comes and goes to see all the deities that are decorated in different ways. Krishna is in the center of all attention. And we know that every year there are a few temples that are especially expert in the child a little bit more quiet, or I'm so sorry. Oh, what to do? They are more. It's not that I don't love them, but they are more powerful than me. What to do? So then the Chandan Yatra offers us different darshans. And every year, Radharaman is special. Every year, Radha Shyamasundar temple is very special. Radha Damodar is coming up. They're coming up in the competition. And then there is, of course, our temple, the Krishna Balaram Mandir. And these are like the top temples, and everyone goes there to see which one is going to win this year. Like that, transcendental competition is there in Vrindavan. So like that, gradually we make our relationship with the Dham. And then Gradually we make our relationship with the previous acharyas. We go to Mayapur, to the house of Bhaktivedanta Thakur, and it's quite a place, quite a place. From there, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur was seeing the place, the birth site of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we will also stand there on the balcony. Later, when we go to the birth site of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we may also stop at the Chaitanya Mat, which was the place where Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was residing. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had transcendental vision, and he could see where in Mayapur, Mayapur is a replica of Vrindavan. Therefore, in Mayapur, the same places that are there in Vrindavan are also in Mayapur. And thus, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta saw Radhakund and Shyamakund in Sridham Mayapur, and he made his residence there. And there is his ashram. And when you are there, always keep an eye open on his personal quarters, because sometimes, not always, but sometimes the door is open and you can sneak inside and put the shoes of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta on your head, and in this way get so much mercy. So gradually we develop relationships with the previous acharyas, with the holy Dham, with the Shastra. The verses of the scripture become a shelter to us. Some devotees are memorizing verses, some devotees are chanting the entire Brahma Samhita, and all these verses are filled with mercy. And whenever we think of a verse, or even a line of a verse, we find shelter. It immediately lifts us up from our mind. Because our mind, in the beginning, it is said the mind is not our friend. Later, when we are liberated souls, the mind will automatically think of Krishna. But our mind is expert in forgetting Krishna, expert in becoming absorbed in mundane things. But all these blessings that I mentioned, our relationship with the Holy Dham, our relationship with the verses of the scripture, our relationships with all the pure devotees, all the previous acharyas, all these relationships, they will bless us. This initiation takes place in the assembly of the devotees, because no one can walk the path alone. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is that famous verse, Durgame patimen dasya skalat padakatir muhu yat kripa swastidanena santa santavalambanam. My path is very difficult. My feet are slipping again and again. But by the stick of the mercy of the Vaishnavas for my support, I can continue on this path. So that's very important, the relationships with the devotees. We depend on the devotees. It is the community of the devotees that make it possible for us to be devotees ourselves. Alone. Who has a fired up kirtan all by himself? Who dances around the room early in the morning? Some of us, maybe, sometimes. I sometimes do it, but not every day. But in the temple, it's natural. It's Mangalarti. So in the association of devotees, the enthusiasm of one devotee lights up the enthusiasm of another devotee. And in this way, we depend on the loving relationship with the Vaishnavas. Sadvidam Priti Lakshanam. The 6 loving exchanges with the Vaishnavas are very important. And what's the first word of the verse again? Yes, thank you. Sino, dadati, pratigrinati, dadati pratigrinati. We give in to other devotees. We give gifts. Always giving things to devotees, some mercy. We get some mercy and we give to others. Just like Burijan Prabhu is someone who is a prominent personality in this community. And I had the good fortune of being with Burijan Prabhu for many years in Vrindavan. And we were together every day, at least for some time. So one day, Burijan found out that somewhere in Bengal, there was a devotee who had an original Harinam Chadar belonging to Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. So he fixed his mind. He said, I want that chadar. I got to have that chadar. So he just somehow or other went to that family and very humbly and very nicely and brought many gifts for them and and just served them and melted them completely till they were the point they were soft as butter. And then at that stage he just said, I heard about this chadar. And if you could give this chadar to me, I could really give that mercy to all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. So somehow or other he can be very convincing, Burijan. I mean, if you know him, I mean. And so he managed to get that chadar. I don't know how, but he got it. But then what did he do? No, you won't believe this, what he did. He took that chadar and he just cut it in many little pieces. Yeah, no, he did. Shocking. And then he put each piece in a little frame and then he started to distribute it to all the Vaishnavas. Everyone got a piece, me too, that was not bad. That was quite a gift. Original piece of the original chadar of Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. Thank you, Burijan sir. That was a kind gift. That was very kind. And such a kind thought. To think like that. That is Vaishnava. Dadati pratigrinanti. Guyam agata pritchati. To reveal our mind in confidence, to discuss our spiritual life. Guyam agata pritchati doesn't mean to reveal our mind in confidence, something like a psychotherapy session, and we're going to put everything on the table and that's what is meant there. No, it just means that we are discussing about how to advance in Krishna consciousness. And Guyam agata pichati. Gosh, I have to start again from the beginning, otherwise I don't know the verse. Still don't know. Blocked. Next verse. Next line. Already? We're already at Bhukte Bhojayate Chaiva? I thought that comes in. There must be 6. I thought that is the end. Bhukte Bhojayate Chaiva. Satvidam Piti Lakshana. It's the last line. There's a line missing. Anyway, whatever it is, so early in the morning. We're all a little rusty, including myself, on the slokas. I have a sloka book. Just remember. Oh, humble sage. And he's a qualified Brahmana. So look up this verse. Thank you. And in that way, Bhukte Bhojayate Chaiva is about taking prasadam with devotees. One time, I was taking prasadam with some senior Vaishnavas, including Giriraj Maharaj. And Giriraj Maharaj said, he said, it is a proven fact that when cows take their meals together, they give more milk. Bhunkte bhojayate chaiva. He said, so when the Vaishnavas come together and take prasadam, then they'll give more, more bhakti becomes manifest. Thank you. Yeah, it is right. It is, we're already there at Bhunkte bhojayate. You were right. Okay. Such a short verse. It's finished before you started. But these verses are nice. They are gifts to us. Gifts from Krishna, gifts from devotees. They are the gifts of Vyasadeva, who carefully sat down and wrote everything down. So we are not alone in spiritual life. Not alone. Never. Even sometimes when we are far away from the devotees, we are not alone. We are not alone. Never. We have the blessings. We have all the blessings of all the Vaishnavas. All the Vyasadeva is with us. He has been thinking about us. Oh yes, he knew. He is Trigalagya. He knows past, present and future. Vyasadeva knew. He knew our mind. And therefore Vyasadeva, he wrote for us. He was thinking about us and he wrote for us so that we could be perfectly protected. So we have shelter of the devotees. And of course, you know, every coin has two sides. And sometimes we think that the association of devotees, which is so much highlighted in the scripture, sadhu sangha, sarva shastrakai, loba mantra, sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hai, that all the scriptures are saying devoted, association of devotees, and it said even a moment of association of devotees can give us perfection. All that is said in the scripture. Said like, but sometimes the devotion, the association of the devotees is not so inspiring. Sometimes it's difficult. And then, I'm so disappointed, you know. No, really. I'm so disappointed. I had hoped for more. No. It's perfect. It's perfect because it's not only that the association of the devotees is meant to give us a feeling of enthusiasm. No. It's also there for us to develop Trinara pisunichena tarora pisahisnuna amanina manadena kirtanya sadahari. It is also there for us to become more tolerant than a tree, more humble than a blade of grass. And so somehow or other come to that point that we always are ready to offer all respects to others. Always. And say, yes, the Vaishnavas are kind to me. They are chastising me today. Like Bhakta was kind to me today. He was beating me up. So, you know, it's like, he thought it was just jokes, but I'm, you know. But when he pats you in a friendly way, you have to watch out. So, opportunities to, to develop the tolerance of a tree and humility are there in the association of devotees. Oh yes. Somehow or other, this is our saving grace to stay with the devotees. And that should be our firm determination to never leave the devotees. Never. No matter what. right? Even when they say, out, get out. If they tell me, okay, Kadamba, Kanana, Swami, we have enough of you. There is the gate. Then I will not go. I'll stay there and I'll sweep in front of the gate. I'll start sweeping in front of the gate until they let me back in. Right? So I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. No, that spirit we should have to always, and to seek the devotees. I remember years ago, there was nothing in Bangkok, nothing. And I was in Bangkok, and at that time I was married, and I came there with my wife. And one man on the airport says, "Go, go, girls." And I go, "I'm with my wife." It's just like, this is my wife, And he says, "Go, go, boys." I go like, and then, and in the hotel, a prostitute came at the door also. So it was too much, Bangkok. I mean, it was too much. And we're looking for some devotees. So I heard there was somewhere one Indian man who was a devotee. So he had a shop. So we went there to this shop. And we came to the shop. And we were not dressed like this in regular clothes. So we came in the shop and he wanted to show us something. And then we said, "Hare Krishna." He said, oh, wait a minute. And he went behind the counter, and he did something behind the counter, and then he pulled a cord, and then a curtain opened at the top, and there was a shelf, and there were deities. And then the tape played, "Govindam Adipurusham Tamam Bhajami." And it was so nice. It was just so nice. A devotee, He was a devotee. That only a devotee could do such a thing, It's just really nice. We were like really immediately, I said, gosh, he's a devotee, It was wonderful. A devotee in Bangkok, in the midst of all that craziness. So, somehow or other, we go and find the devotees, and how nice is that? Yes, so we have the devotees, but even when you have the devotees, it's still not enough. You have to chant Hare Krishna, right? That we have to do. That's the one thing we have to do. We have to chant Hare Krishna. We have to do it ourselves. And there are many reasons why it's difficult, especially some days. There are these days when it's really difficult, really difficult. The days when we are not feeling well. Even then, someone who has taste for chanting normally feels that it's difficult. When you're tired, when you're sick, when you've got a fever, oh boy. I remember the malaria in India. Before I came to Australia in 1984, I'd had a lot of malaria. And I remember those rounds, the malaria rounds. But it took the whole day to get 16 rounds in, but that was it. Shiver and 16 rounds. Somehow or other, right? We have to chant. You have to chant. That is our saving grace. It's the one thing. It's the one thing we have to do. That chanting. Yeah. Of course, then in initiations we generally mention the 10 offenses in the chanting of the holy name. And the reason why is because if we avoid these 10 offenses, then the chanting will very quickly produce result. And if we are still committing these offenses, then we delay the result of the chanting. There still will be results, but it goes more slow. Therefore, it's important. And the first one is not to blaspheme devotees. It's kind of difficult. There used to be a little management book which described a manager that instead of catching people doing something wrong, was trying to catch people doing something right. And it's not easy. So, the whole day he's looking, and finally someone did something right and said, "That was really nice what you did. That was really nice." Instead of the usual one like, "How many times do I have to tell you? You blew it again. Sorry, boss." No, this boss was different. He would catch people doing something right and then praise them. When I read that, I was thinking, this is Vaishnava. This is Vaishnava. This is the mood of the Vaishnava, to always glorify the devotees. Yeah, that is a great quality. And Krishna likes that. When we do that, then Krishna will shower us with grace. So that's a nice thing. Second offense, first offense, blasphemy. The second offense, consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma to be equal or independent to the name of Lord Vishnu. These names of Brahma and Shiva are very powerful. They are very powerful personalities. Not ordinary at all. But they cannot they cannot deliver us from birth and death. Only the name of Vishnu can deliver us from birth and death. But the name of Krishna, even the name of Vishnu, cannot give us what the name of Krishna can give us. That is the love of God, of the residents of Vrindavan. That only the name of Krishna can give us. So we chant that name of Krishna. Third offense, disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Yeah, you can always always talk to him. If the order is too difficult, just tell him. He can change it. That's one thing. No, he can change. Yeah, you may laugh, but if you get a tall order, sometimes we can say, don't know how to do this. The spiritual master is always our well-wisher. And we should trust him that his instruction is a benediction. Therefore, we should take shelter of it. There's a relationship of trust. Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic literatures. There are many Vedic literatures. There are Vedic literatures about astrology, Jyotish Shastra, Vedic literatures about Vastu, Vedic literature about military science, Vedic literature about karma kanda, rituals that give material benefit. And we respect all these Vedic literatures. But our books are the 4 books that are here on the corner of this yajna, and I really appreciate very much that they are present, very much so. Because Srila Prabhupada started this, actually. He did it in his sacrifices, in his early sacrifices. There were 2 outstanding things that Srila Prabhupada did. One is, he had 4 brahmanas read from these 4 books on the corners, namely Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the Nectar of Devotion. These are our 4 main books, and these are the books we read. Can we read any other books? Yes, we can. But the way I explain it, these 4 books are like rice, dal, sabji, and chapati. And the other books are like chutney. So, how many days can you eat only chutney? Right? After a while, if you eat only chutney, it's like, you're not healthy anymore. So, these 4 books are giving us the foundation. They are the essence of all that we read, and we always return to them. Fifth offense, consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. This chanting of Hare Krishna is unlimitedly powerful. Anything can be attained from this chanting. Anything. It's not imagination, because the holy name is Krishna, and Krishna is never limited. Therefore the holy name is not limited. So we just take shelter of the holy name, either in japa or in kirtan, but somehow or other. Just put on some kirtan, small thing, but as soon as you do, the entire atmosphere becomes transcendental. Something changes. Small thing. Hearing and chanting. Sixth offense, give some interpretation on the holy name. We don't need to get into these things that when actually when you chant, then the mind produces alpha waves. And when the mind produces alpha waves, then you're much more receptive, and therefore the chanting, all that kind of New Age interpretation is not required. Krishna, he is Yasodanandan, the son of Yasoda. He's simply Krishna, the cowherd boy in Vrindavan. And that's all there's to it, Krishna. And Kurukshetra is Kurukshetra. Simple. So we just, it's very simple. Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada once said, and I like that a lot. He once said, Krishna consciousness is so simple, you might just miss it. And I think that's really nice. We always want to make things complicated. But Krishna, as the little girl, Saraswati, would ask people, who is Krishna? People didn't know. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's Krishna. Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Yeah, I can do anything. I can do any damn thing because I'm chanting Hare Krishna. No. The chanting of Hare Krishna is not some sort of mystic mantra, which you use like a vacuum cleaner. No, the chanting of Hare Krishna is Krishna himself. And if we are committing sins on purpose and then think, I will get purified by the chanting, then Krishna will withdraw himself from the name. And the name becomes hollow. It becomes an empty shell. The eighth offense is to think that the chanting of Hare Krishna is one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities or karma kanda. Or to say it in a simple way, if we think that the chanting of Hare Krishna will fix our material life, then we are in illusion. The chanting of Hare Krishna has nothing to do with that. The chanting of Hare Krishna is attracting the mercy of Krishna and brings us in the association of Krishna. That's what will happen. And I said it the other day, that is the greatest reward. There's no greater reward. But some people do big sacrifices to get some reward. Heavenly planets. Or stability in the post, or wealth, or beauty, or power. All these things are temporary. No, the chanting of Hare Krishna just makes us eternal associates of Krishna. And that is the gift you are getting today, the gift of the holy name. Now you may be a little disappointed because you may think, we're getting today the gift of the holy name. It's like one of those birthdays, you get a box, you open it up, you look inside, and it's a gift. You already got that. I already got it. It's the holy name, I already got it. Maharaj, If that's what you're going to give us today, I already got it. When I came to the temple, they gave it to me, the holy name. No. Something different is there. Because on this day, we're receiving the holy name accompanied with the prayer of the spiritual master. The spiritual master will pray to Krishna, please, please take this disciple back to Godhead. And the spiritual master, he has served Krishna. He has made a sacrifice for Krishna. And therefore he has credit with Krishna. So he puts his credit out with Krishna on this day along with our chanting. So that can help us because, you know, the quality of our rounds, I mean, Hare, murmur, 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 right, is not necessarily going to attract a lot of mercy of Krishna. So we need all the prayers we can get. Ninth offense, instruct the faithless about the intimate meaning of the holy name. Yes, we're not going to say Hare is Radhe and Krishna and there's a relationship between Radha and Krishna. No, that is intimate discussion for the devotees. But we'll say the meaning of chanting Hare Krishna is please engage me in your devotional service. And the world may know it, and the world must know it. And the Bhagavad Gita, that we are not this body, eternal spirit soul, and eternal servant of Krishna. That message, the whole world must know. And we will tell them, we'll knock on every door and ask them, have you heard Bhagavad Gita? Yes, like this. Previously, they used to hand copy the scriptures, and there was a lot of work to do a manuscript, you know. And then, when you had done a Bhagavad Gita, and then on a full moon day you would present someone with the Bhagavad Gita. That's such a great gift, you know. Now, with one phone call and a little money, you can order 100,000 Gitas, and within 1 week they are delivered. Right? And now we can give the Gita to millions and millions of people, and the Gita has been given, or Prabhupada's books have been given, to more than 500 million people. And that is most wonderful, most wonderful. And that is what we want, that everyone in the world gets Srila Prabhupada's books, that Srila Prabhupada said he desired that Srimad Bhagavatam would be placed in every house on the planet. So that's a vision. Prabhupada was thinking big. He said, I have one problem. Prabhupada said, I have one problem. I can't think small. And I like that. I like that a lot. Yes. So 10th offense is to maintain material attachments even after receiving so many instructions on the subject matter. You know, sometimes you see someone walking around with a dog that has been overfed, you know, some little horrible dog, like real fat with 4 little legs under it, you know, wobbling on the road, you know, the kind of dog. Yeah. So when we feed our material desires, that's what will happen to them. They will become like our pet, and they'll become fat, big and fat, and we'll be walking there with our material desires down the road. So we should not feed these material desires. That's what it means. Maintaining material desires means we feed them. Anyway, easier said than done, but again, by the association of devotees, it comes. If we associate with materialists, yeah, well, you know, then, yeah, well, what can you do? But with devotees, it's possible. It's possible. And finally, sometimes called the 11th offense, is to be inattentive while chanting. In Harinam Chintamani, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, this is the beginning, the root of all the offenses. So we should try and chant good rounds. And so with that, we're sort of coming to the point, ready to take the vows. You know, I've been talking and talking and talking, and it's sort of, the sound is just like wave after wave, like little waves washing ashore. And I've now put you into a little boat, right? And I've packed your boat with a survival kit, right? I've given it to you. And just now, suddenly, we're gonna give your boat a big push. And you be all by yourself, all out there, all alone on the waves. And it's like, and the spiritual master is waving from the side. and you have to row the boat now. And every once in a while when you think, but I can't do this, I'm sinking, then he does, answer your email. Or then he does show up, right? Yes, he does. No, he does something. It's not that he leaves us all alone, but still we have to row our boat, and it's about to start. Okay, so the oldest one is first. Huh? Yeah. It's you, huh? I'm sorry. Hare Krishna, devotees can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Doesn't have to be all together. Can Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Where did she go? Yes. Slightly closer. Good. So what are the 4 regulative principles that you promise to follow for the rest of your life without fail?
No meat eating, including no fish or egg, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling.
And how many rounds are you promising to chant every day minimum?
Minimum 16 rounds.
Okay, thank you very much. So, from this day on, you will be known as Chaitanya Lila Devidasa. So Chaitanya Lila, of course, we think, yeah, I know what that means. But then we should remember that Lord Chaitanya is still unfolding his pastimes at this moment. So we are in the Chaitanya Lila right now. Our life is part of the Chaitanya Lila. Right? And as much as we are taking shelter of devotional service, that's how much we are entering into the Chaitanya Lila. So in this way, don't just think Chaitanya Lila, 500 years ago. No, Chaitanya Lila is now, and you're in it, and can be part of it if you want to. In this way, Chaitanya Lila, Devi Dasi, the servant of the Chaitanya Lila. Thank you very much. The next one. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you slightly close it, then you can do it. Okay, so what are the 4 regulative principles that you promise to follow for the rest of your life? You can also say fish and eggs. Just, no, it's all blessings. Then we've said it, you know. It's always good to say everything. The mind is very powerful. And then how many rounds are you promising to chant every day without fail? Then from this day on, you will be known as Archita Devidasi. I'll explain. So, Archita means whatever is being worshipped, anything that's being worshipped. So, to be the servant of Archita means to be the servant of all that is worshipable. That's basically it. So that's a big meaning, actually, a big meditation. So that's what I like about the name, you know. Because these names, they grow on us over time, you know. They're not ordinary names, they're names with spiritual meaning, you know. And yeah, if you have a name like Archita, you just get into that mood of worshipping, to always serve the worshipful. So that's quite something, you know. Yeah, so it's a tall name. And yeah, nice also. I'll give it later on in writing to all of you. I have it ready. Yes, Bhaktivedanta from New Govardhan, where she came by Krishna's arrangement, somehow or other, coming as a woofer to the farm in New Govardhan, not realizing where she was coming, not knowing that it says that when you go to Kesi Ghat in Vrindavan and you see Krishna there in his threefold bended form, it says, don't look at him, because you will never be able to forget him. So I'm very happy that you are here. You have to come also. Yeah, a little closer, and then you can, yes. So Bhaktivedanta, what are the 4 regulative principles that you promise to follow for the rest of your life?
No including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling.
Thank you very much. Yeah. No, you did well. And how many rounds are you promising to chant every day for the rest of your life?
Minimum 16 rounds.
Nice. So, when I heard your name, I started meditating on a name, and immediately one name came into my mind. And then after that, I was thinking, well, but should I really give that name? Then I thought of many other names. I got all mental and thought of 1,000 names. But in the end, I've come back to that name that came into my mind straight away, as it is. So from this day on, you will be known as Julan Devidasi. You take all three. Yours is on top. So Julan is referring to the swing festival, Julan Yatra. Every year we're celebrating Radha and Krishna's swing pastimes. And there are many swing pastimes in Vrindavan. And of course, these are fun pastimes. Right? So the servant of these Julan pastimes is one who is always eager to make very nice arrangements for the festivals of Radha and Krishna. So in this way, actually in spiritual life, every day is a festival, you know. So in this way, you can make every day a festival for Krishna. Julan Devidasi. Hare Krishna. Now, and in your language, the meaning of Julan is all right? It's not a strange meaning? Yeah. I'm just asking. Yeah? I'm asking because, you know, I have some disciples from other languages, and then I was in Czech Republic, and I gave someone the name Prasanatma, and all the people were looking like. And basically, Prasanna, it means pig. so it was a problem. So I had to change that name, you know, like later. So I'm just asking you if it's all right. Julan is okay in your language. Then I'm very happy with it. Yes, I think it's a very nice name. I like it very much. And I don't know anyone with that name in the Hare Krishna movement. Only one, you. Julan Devidas. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So it's your turn. Yeah, it's good. That's my thing. I want my harmonium. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Murtire Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Swaha Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nirvisesha Sundavari Paschatade Sitarane Swaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Murtire Shrimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Nityanamane Swaha Shri Devi Jai 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 Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Jai Namaha Swaha Bhakti-jat-shara Brahmacha Shri Rupa Bhakti-jat Shri Gaura-Kuru Shakti Vigraha Namostute Swaha Namaste Gauravani Shri Gaurate Jindhatharane Rupanuga Purata Siddhanta Bhaktaharane Swaha Vitpalambar Sambode Vidambuja Te Namaha Swaha Namo Bhaktivinoda Satchidanandanamane Gaura Shakti Swarupa Rupanuga Vinayate Swaha Gaura Bhava Vishvam Didisa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhoma Shri Jagannatha Te Namaha Swaha Kalpa Shruvyascha Kripa Sundarbhyevcha Paritanam Bhavnevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Swaha Namo Mahavadanya Krishna Pramapdayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha Swaha Panchatattva Makam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavatam Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha He Krishna Kuruna Sindhu Indabandho Jigatpite Gopesha Gopika Kandhar Harakantha Namostute Swaha Jaitam Siddhato Pango Mamma Manda Materakati Matsavasvabadam Bojo Dharamatna Mohano Swaha Ikhat Vrindaran Yak Kalpadrumadha Srimad Ratnagara Simbasanastam Srimad Radha Sudha Govinda Devo Prasthadagi Sevjimavo Smaramihi Swaha Srimad Rasa Salambi Vanshilata Tatastita Kashan Vineshwaner Gopi Gopnata Shetuna Swaha Navji Kanchana Gogange Yadhi Vrindavneshwari Vishvana Devi Kanamami Hri Swaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Gaur Bhaktivedanta Swaha this mantra. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Swaha Swaha. Stand up, take the banana in the right hand, you might chant this mantra, you can put the banana right on top of the fire. Om Namo Brahmanyadavag, Om Brahmanyadvacha, Jagadita Krishna, Om Vindaya Namo Namaha, Swaha. When I chant this mantra, you can put all the rest of your grains into the fire. Swaha Om Punamada Punamidam Punamidam Punamcha Punamadaya Punameva Vasishyate Swaha.
Put mine.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.